Good afternoon. This is the Soul Brothers. We are back. This is episode 5. We got my man Crack at the bottom. We got Mazaril at the top. And we had an exciting week last week. You know, the contest winners have been notified. But I just want to do some house cleaning. My man Crack brought up to me. He said, hey, man, we got to do what we say. So I made a mistake, and I want to let people know I'm human. The Soul Brothers are human. I made a mistake. It was someone who won twice. My man Mazaril said you have 2 opportunities to win, and they won twice. But I decided that we should, spread the wealth around. But I was informed by Crack that we should allow that person to win and stay in line and say what we're going to do. So moving forward, if we do have a contest and there are 2 different items, only one person will win 1 item per person. So your entry will be 1. Even we call your name, you only get 1 entry, 1 win. So I did make a mistake last week. I wanted to come in and apologize to that person. We did straighten them out. They know who they are. I will not repeat their name, but we do appreciate your support. And the Soul Brothers do look out for the people. As you can see behind the scenes, they know who they are. So we shout them out. Thank you for entering our contest. We'll have a contest. We don't know when, but y'all just got to keep watching and y'all will find out from there. You know what I'm saying? So welcome to the Soul Brothers. You know what I'm saying? All right.
Welcome.
So check this out. We're going to let my man Crack go ahead and, introduce us to this week's topic. Go ahead, Crack. Let us, what we talking about, bro?
I'm going to start off with this week's topic with Footlocker / Nike deciding to leave, take their brands, shoes, Jordan brands out of Footlocker, and where do that lead the community?
Okay.
As far as copping shoes. My take on it, I think it's gonna be more problems. As far as like getting shoes is gonna be much harder, and I just want to see where it's going. I think it's gonna be a little problems. There's already problems on getting shoes. It's gonna escalate to me. That's just to me.
So if I could just give my perspective on it, I think like me and you have a lot of conversations. We talk about how Footlocker's process was kind of the hardest one out of all of the processes that we went through to try to retrieve a shoe. You had points, your account had to be this, you had to buy stuff. If you use this or they'll allow you to get head starts or whatever, but sometimes you seem to be losing a lot. And for me, I think if Nike, then I just go to the flip side of it, the Nike aspect of it. We did the sneakers draw, we did the sneakers out. I think what they rolled out, I don't know if you have it pulled up already, how they were saying, if you remember when they did the LeBron South Beach draw, where they gave us 3-hour windows where we could actually enter a draw for 3 hours, and it went, instead of in the past, you had to be there for 15 minutes, try to get your name in and all that. So for them to
10 minutes.
I don't remember what it was. I know it was a limited time where you had to hurry up and get in, and then there were bots and all that. Nike even addressed the bot situation on their page. I don't have it pulled up. I was hoping you had it pulled up. But I just think that sometimes, we as a sneaker community, we complain about it. But then when they change it, it's still an issue. And I think we got to actually, like you said, allow it to see what it will do. You know what I'm saying? Because without the knowledge of knowing how it's going to look, how they're going to roll it out or whatever it is, we're making assumptions on what Footlocker, whatever, may do. Of course, it's going to be some hiccups around there. Yeah, Footlocker may or may not lose money or lose whatever. I don't know what it is, but just to see how Nike's going to roll out. You even said on the conversation we had, unless Nike is rolling out more stores, they're keeping all the product in stores so we can get to it a little easier, or the app going to be a little easier for the access. We don't know. Like, it's all speculation. It's kind of weird because, like I said, we all have a Footlocker story where we bought a pair of Nikes from being a small kid to an adult, where, Footlocker was the spot where you could get a Jordan, Air Force One, a Solo Flight. Me Mazareal was talking about shoes that I'm gonna bring up later on. Like we had to get them shoes from that store. My homie leaving school to go get a shoe. Now Foot Locker is not the spot no more. Let's see how it turned out. I mean, to me, it's gonna be interesting. I mean, we always talk about we won't change, but then when the change comes, we have to either accept it because we have no stake into whatever's going on. So that's my take on it. Mazareal, how you feel about it?
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what happened. We kind of talked about it a little bit on our last episode.
Yep.
And, it's just going to give a little problem to, I think, the cities that don't have brick and mortar Nike. Just going to make things a little harder for us. Y'all in Chicago, y'all got Nike. Y'all got downtown Nike, one of the biggest ones in the country.
Flagship.
So y'all good.
Mm-hmm.
But, so Indianapolis, we have nothing. So if our only outlet to get Nikes is through Nike, then we are 100% dependent on the app. And unless we decide to take that ride up to Chicago and deal with whatever the process is at the Nike store.
Right.
So it's going to cause a few problems, a few hiccups. But like you said, I think it'll be interesting to see how Nike tackles the hiccups, how they adjust, and even if they circle back, because I'm sure if they pull from Foot Locker and then they try it for a few months, it's like, well, maybe this ain't quite the right move. I'm sure Foot Locker will welcome back with open arms. So who knows, what the future is going to bring. We just got to kind of sit back and just see how it's going to play out.
So, like, if I could show this real quick, not to show you off. This is kind of what they say. It's what is that? Request, reservation, random selection, and passes is distributed. So there ultimately what it's saying, if you read the article, the first come, first serve mechanism meant that you needed to have the app right when the pass reservations were there. Now, over time, the increasing popularity of sneaker releases and the difficulty of securing a pass have become clear to Nike. So they do hear us complaining about how hard or difficult it is. They're addressing it. I would say it's a win for us that they even listen to it. Of course, it took a long time. However, it is what it is. I mean, what else do we want from them? I mean, of course, we wish we could get a shoe, but that ain't the way it is.
Well, I beg different because I think you give Nike too much credit.
Okay.
That's just me.
Yeah, that's
my
fair.
thing is this, bro. Foot Locker kept Nike in the game. That's just bottom line. And Nike, you walking into Foot Locker and it's all Pumas, Adidas, and New Balance. That is a sight to see, bro. Like, for real, like, Nike, they don't have enough stores to compensate the millions of people that's followed by them or the neighborhoods, it's just a lot, man. Like it's only three Nike big stores out here. Is you gonna send shoes to the outlet or how? I wonder. It's mind-boggling. I just want to see how it's gonna be distributed because downtown and Naperville is not gonna be able to hold that capacity of people.
Yeah, that's gonna be. We don't know the rollout.
Yeah, decide to start popping up more brick and mortar spots.
It might be. Like I said, we don't know.
They got the money.
Our downtown Nike, it already don't have nothing to. I mean, it's the biggest Nike store in the probably
the Midwest.
This coast, but at the end of the day, they behind schedule, bro, on releases and all. Like, and the way they do things, that store is totally behind. And I mean, Foot Locker takes off pressure from Nike.
Well, you said that like Foot Locker put Nike on game, but I think that was back in '85 when Nike was a new boy. Yeah, because Foot Locker was the giant in the sneaker industry. Anybody know
one-stop shop. Yeah, they were the one-stop shop.
Nike needed Foot Locker then, but now Nike does not need anybody.
I understand it.
What they want to do. So Foot Locker is in need right now. Foot Locker is
what? I said that, but see, this is the thing though. when that pressure comes, see, like I say, you always have people at the top making the decisions. They never go inside these stores and these communities to see what is really going on. So we does the groundwork for Nike as who we are. We do the groundwork. They hear us talking and they react off our talking and they react off numbers. So when they see that things starting to happen outside these stores at Nike or this, that, and the other, we'll see how it play out.
You know, it'll be interesting to see what happened during the pandemic when all the stores, all the brick and mortars was closed and everybody had to buy online to see what percentage of Nike sales came from Nike Direct or came from Footlocker, Champs, or whoever else.
Sites and all that.
To see what the percentages were.
And
I bet you that Nike has looked at that and that was part of their determining and pulling away from Footlocker. I bet you they did.
So
if they did, they'd be foolish.
So okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, you go.
No, because I don't want you to finish your point. Yeah.
I mean, I think that's factored in, but at the same time, Nike wasn't giving out no wins on her. I heard a lot of complaining during the pandemic. You know what I'm saying? So it's about equal to me. I think the numbers is 50-50 because Foot Locker wasn't giving out wins and Nike wasn't giving out wins. They was all blaming on the shipping and this, that, and the other. And we'll see how it play out. It's very interesting.
Okay. Yeah, and that's why I say that's how I feel about it. I just want to see how it really plays out because there's a lot of different things that, like you said, factor in. I would love for all of us to sit in one of them meetings to see really what was the determining factor. However, we're gonna put a cap on that and move on to the next segment. But I think, like you say, you have valid points. I just want to see how it roll out. You know what I'm saying? So, Mazaril, the floor is yours, man. I'm gonna give you the floor. What's your topic?
All right, so here I am, Mr. Theme, and you know March is a Women's History Month, and so I figure that we should kick off this month celebrating pioneers in women's sports, and I'm gonna do a little screen share with everybody.
Okay.
We're gonna talk about. So here we go.
See, all right.
Iowa girls basketball star drafted out of high school to the Warriors.
Nice.
This was back in 1969. You know, she was drafted fresh out of high school. Female basketball star in Iowa, and apparently she could
Denise Long. Yeah, Denise Long.
Yeah, Denise Long. She
19
was
years old. Wow.
19 years old, 5'11". You know,
she was driving a 13 round by the Warriors. That's huge. Yeah, that's huge. Yeah.
But the NBA blocked the draft. They blocked the selection.
Wow.
Because she was a woman. So she never the selection never went through. She never actually got anything from the NBA or from the Warriors because she was a woman. And that just kind of points to the state of society, the state of sports, and the thinking of what women could and could not do at the time. So this woman.
Do you think that had a part in them creating the Title IX? I don't know if you're going to speak on that, but I think Title IX probably had something to do with that because it was instituted in the 70s. So after her getting rejected, maybe, you know, they thought of that to have.
But, you know, there was a lot of stuff going on in the 70s. So, yeah. I mean, in the 60s.
Yeah.
In the 60s. A lot of stuff going on. So all of that stuff was just kind of like a melting pot of
gumbo pot, as Crack say. It's a gumbo pot. I gotta use that. That's one of his isms, man. A gumbo pot. You can throw a lot of stuff in there. Go ahead, put that in that pot.
All type of stuff in the pot.
Yeah, put that stuff.
Yeah, there's a lot going on. But then we can move forward to to Miss Harris here. She recently passed away. Now, she was actually the only woman to be officially drafted by an NBA team.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yeah, she was actually drafted. She didn't play. She also scored the first basket for the women's Olympic team, and she recently passed away at 66. There's a documentary about, a short documentary about her life and her basketball history. And she played at Delta State University, won national titles for them. And she was an African-American woman, and which made a big difference in the NBA culture and in the women's basketball culture, having an African-American woman that had so many accolades.
She's from Mississippi. I gotta say that because you know, I got fam from Mississippi. I know my man Crack had fam in Mississippi, so you know,
shout out to Mississippi.
Yes, sir.
Cricket letter. She averaged 25.9 points, 14.4 rebounds. You know, she was balling.
She was a bucket. Yeah, she was a bucket.
Like, you know, these two women kind of paved the way for what we see now as the WNBA. And transitioning from that, since we are soul brothers, I want us to kind of look at signature shoes from women. So, you know, number one on the list is Cheryl Swoops.
Gotta be.
Had them Swoops back in '96, and talk is about them coming back out.
Yeah, so, I did hear that rumor. I did hear a rumor that, you know, they was trying to do that for her. Yeah. And she was the first Nike female signature basketball athlete, period. Yeah. Yep.
She was the first one. She was the first one. And for those who don't know what a Air Swoop looked like, we got some over here.
Let's get it.
I wanna play this little video.
Hopefully we don't get copyright if there's no music in it. So we got to be careful with the copyright.
No, it's no music. It's just talk. Okay. It's just talk. But
these ads, you know, welcome to. Come on, Mom. Y'all got to bear with us in these ads. So when you see the ads, you know, everybody got to pay bills. One day the Soul Brothers will have ads. You better believe that. We're gonna have some ads.
Here we go.
Everyone knows about Air Jordan, but there was also Air Swoops. For more on that, I'm joined by Erica Ayala, who has the daily cover for us on Cheryl Swoops. And Erica, you know, there have been shoes from women, but not a signature line with the life that Swoops has did since.
That's correct. And, you know, in this story, I explored the history of the Air Swoops, some of the players that have had player exclusives, but also potentially some players that are ripe to bring a women's basketball signature shoe back to the market.
Of the shoe.
And you think there is a market for it? I mean, you did research into that. I've seen the WNBA hoodie, that orange one is selling really well as well.
That's correct. The WNBA hoodie was big, but there have also been other peaks, not just in women's basketball merchandise, but women's merchandise, apparel, footwear over the years, particularly through Nike. And so part of the story explores some of that history and why 2020 might be a good time to bring a signature shoe back.
And what does Cheryl Swoops herself make of this?
She wants to see it. She definitely loved her experience going through the process of having an input in the design, and she has a few players in mind herself that she thinks could really carry a signature shoe.
How about you? Who would be the first star you'd build a signature shoe line around?
I think there's so many names. Diana Taurasi has had a similar type of player exclusive with Nike. So I think she could be someone. Sue Bird could be someone. And of course, although she's injured right now, Sabrina Ionescu.
So yeah, I ain't gonna show the whole video for time's sake, but just giving a shout out to women pioneers in basketball and in tennis shoes and in life in general.
And then just to add on to that, yeah, go ahead, celebrate the ladies. I think, I'm not sure if, I know we don't probably look at them, but I kind of do because my girl be into them and then my granddaughter, but I think Jordan brand now has brought out better women's shoes than some of the guys' shoes. Like I didn't cop the pair for crack. He done had me get a woman's Air Jordan Retro 1 satin or something, like, you know what I'm saying, with the satin joint on there. So I think that they really paying attention to the ladies. It's a market for it. So it's good to have, you know what I'm saying, like you said, Cheryl Swoops and them pioneers, and they understand it's a market. There are female sneakerheads in the community or basketball players that can market certain shoes to little girls. Like I know they were saying Sabrina Ionescu, she was cool with Kobe. I know in the season she was wearing Kobe PEs before, you know, all that. So it's a market for it. That's dope. You know, Women's History Month. You gotta look out for the ladies, man. I mean, the ladies love sneakers too, man.
Shout out to all the women that's out there, the women sneakerheads, the women that's out there doing big things. As we celebrate y'all this month, you know, just stay in the struggle, stay in the fight, and keep blazing the trail for young women that's coming up behind you. So
shout out in basketball.
Yes,
and it was a lesson learned today. I didn't know about none of that stuff. So that's why I'm wide.
Hey, that's what's up, man.
Eyes wide.
That's why the Soul Brothers are here, man, to enlighten people, even ourselves, on topics we don't know. So once again, Mazaril always coming. He's swinging for the fences, man. You can't play with him, man. This is what he do.
We out here having fun. We learning and having fun and just making that connection between sneakers and knowledge, you know, because it's out there. You just gotta find it.
It goes back to, once again, sneakers are a lifestyle. That's what people need to. It's a lifestyle, bro. Like
lifestyle and well connected.
Facts. That is all facts.
It's well connected. It's a tree. You know, it roots run deep. So
man,
you know,
tell me about it. So I got the floor right now, and this weekend, the Batman movie came out. So like, you know, it's the Batman, Joe. I had to bust out the Batman, Joe. So
not the Batman.
The Batman. So look, I was thinking.
Did you see the movie this weekend?
Absolutely, I did. I seen it yesterday. Yeah. Yes, I did.
So what did you think of it? What did you think of it? Oh
man, I would say I put it on Twitter. I think if you're a fan of the movie, come in as a fan and not a critic. I don't want to give no spoilers away. I think it shows the level of who Batman really is as a detective. And I'll leave it right there, because Batman is the world's greatest detective, period, in the comic books or any genre. He the best detective ever. So if you look at it like that, you will enjoy the movie that had a couple of twists that I will not say, because I don't want to spoil nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Don't spoil nothing.
No, I'm not going to spoil anything. But my topic is this. What was some of your favorite sneakers that were in movies? So I'm gonna start off. I gotta start off with this one. You know what I'm saying? Let me get to it. All right, let me get right to it. Give me a second. I'm rolling with the Batman shoe from 1991 Batman. You know what I'm saying? Batman Returns. I do recall when the Nike store, Nike Chicago, because it used to be Nike Town, they used to have this exhibit in the store. They used to have this, and they had this shoe in there. If you notice, if you're a fan of sneakers, that is a Retro 6 box. Bam. You know what I'm saying? So if you paying attention, the Batman was wearing Retro 6s. So anybody who was a fan of the 6, my man Batman, you know what I'm saying? Because he's one of my favorites. Oh, well, y'all got to excuse that. That was a Soul Brothers thing. No, keep it moving, though. Keep it moving. Yeah. But these are the shoes that he had on. I think they auctioned them off. You can actually see how they got Batman Returns on the shoe and all that. Like, it was just a dope shoe. They had a lot of them because, you know, doing a movie, they got different shoes. They got to have, you know, dude looking all different in every shoe. So that was different. I think Warner Brothers and Nike had a good collabo. Would you wear them? That's the question. Let me ask y'all. That's what I want to know. Would y'all wear the Batman shoes in 2020? For 2022.
Not in this lifetime.
Not in this lifetime. You will not.
Not in this lifetime. Not in this lifetime.
You will not. Hey,
them is thigh boots. Them thigh boots.
He said thigh boots.
So, and I'm not
with the thighs. You not with the thighs. Oh man.
That's for the women. That's for the women.
So, man,
I'll say them as a collective item.
I wear the 6 part, but not the upper part. So
them thigh
give me
boots.
the black
thigh
6.
boots. Okay, no thigh.
Yeah.
Hey, look, you're gonna keep your thighs. Keep the thigh. Yeah, thick thighs save lives, but not on brothers. We got it right there. Okay, shout out to the ladies out there. But check this out. My next favorite, which is one of my all-time favorite movies, is White Man Can't Jump. Come on now, like if you haven't seen that and you've seen some of the shoes, we gonna start off with my man Billy Hope. Billy Hope, man. The Nike Air Command Force, which is an epic shoe. Like I don't own it, but I think somebody in this, in this live right here owns that shoe. My man doesn't have the shoe. So like this is what we do. I'm trying to tell you. So the Command Force released in 1991. That was one of the shoes. My second favorite was the Nike Air Flight Light by my man Sidney Dean. You know what I'm saying? It is so pretty. You gotta hold it up in the air. You know what I'm saying? It's so pretty. And then we got the Maroon Air Jordan Retro 6, one of the slap-on Air Jordan Retro 6 that don't get that much love. I know they did a re-release of them, but yeah.
I love that 6.
That's
every time I pull that 6 out, man, everybody just eyes buck open like,
you don't see it much.
The Retro 6, I got that Retro 6.
I should have hit you up. Hey, look. So then we gonna ask Crack to tag everybody on Twitter so we can pull it up next week so we'll see, because I know the man got him. We know he got him. Trust me,
I got that 6.
Hey, look, and then everybody's favorite, the infrared 6 that was it Dwayne Wayne. That's who he was on Different World, but on here he was they called him
Dwayne, not Dwayne Wade, Dwayne
Wayne. But his real name is Kadeem Harrison. I know he was hooping in the retro. Hardison. I'm sorry. Once again, Hardison. And then we got some LA Gear catapults. What y'all know about these LA Gears?
Man, I love the LA Gears back then. I had a couple pairs.
Now you see that
not them, but them.
You had those? Okay, you ain't had them.
I didn't have them.
You had them Joe Montanas.
No, you had the Kareems? Did you have the Kareems?
I don't know. I don't know, man, but I know I had some. I don't know, man.
Don't know?
That shoe was awful, man.
He said it was awful. So look, that just let you know Crack don't like everything. Like I think Mazaril said in the show, we all got some shoes that we regret buying. Like y'all got to understand that. That's part of being a sneakerhead. You're going to have some hits. You're going to have some misses. So moving along, the Air Jordan Retro 5 Fire Reds was in this movie when he made my man fall and then he crossed him over. Billy Hope got him on his butt, and man, he had these on. The Fire Red 5s are a classic. That's a classic shoe. It was a lot of hot shoes in here. Now, I wouldn't say last but not least, but the Adidas Artillery. You know what I'm saying? Like people don't give Adidas no love. They was kind of neck and neck with Nike at the time on the basketball side. Nobody, and Reebok, nobody wasn't giving them those props. Moving along, me and E talk about these all the time. The Nike Air Ultra Force. Like everybody, I'm an Air Force One wearer. Well, if you don't wear Ultra Forces or you wasn't wearing Delta Forces and all the Command Forces, I don't think you were an Air Force One wearer. You know what I'm saying? I just don't think you were. And then we got another Nike basketball shoe. This is the Nike basketball, the Adidas basketball mid. And then we getting down to, I think me and Mazaril have a story about these, the Nike Air Solo Flight 90. These are some of my favorite. Please, Nike, if you ever hit it, retro these. We need these. Crack even told me his nephew had them. He used to hoop in them. They went on Madison and got Crack. The floor is yours, man. Tell us your solo.
Man, he was the first person I ever seen in them solo flights, and you know them was some of the best shoes that came out back then. Like that time, they were very different, and you know. I remember
90s was busting. I would say Nike had the 90s, the early 90s, late 80s on lock, like for real.
I mean, they really need to bring them out because they missing the boat because everybody want to wear those big chunky shoes now, and they had all the chunky shoes back then.
You know what? Speaking of chunky shoes,
he brought the 700s out. Come on, man, the 7.
Yeah, you
the dad
shoes. Adidas much credit. I'm giving Adidas. I'm paying $100 to Adidas.
Okay, hold that thought. I got something that I'm gonna bust something out for you, and not bust something out, but it's gonna be related to the dad shoe. Moving along, the Nike Air Force 5 Low. Them was cold too. My man, that I loved it, them too. Chunky shoe day right here. And last but not least, I don't think, the Converse Pro Conquest. I remember Cons was cold. People used to wear Cons. We was getting out of the Converse weapons. Like, it was kind of moving forward.
The React.
Yeah.
The React juice.
Yeah. And then one of my all-time favorites from Reebok, the Reebok pump, Joe. The Omni Zone pump. I know Crack got a couple of them. I know Mazareal probably got some right now. But here's my story on the Reebok pumps, man. I don't want to go in on Reeboks, but I was knee deep in it. I seen my man D Brown dab on them, and I was like, I had to get them. So I went to the store, copped some. Man, I'm hooping in them and all that. And long story short, I broke my ankle in them, Joe, and it just was, I was mad about it, and I kind of got away from Reeboks, man, but it wasn't Reebok fault. It was my fault. So I don't want to blame Reebok for that. But I got to move on. You know what I'm saying? Last but not least, man, Space Jam. Space Jam had iconic sneakers in it, man. Like, at the time, this shoe never released. Like, they just really re-released. You know, I think the Space Jam had 2 releases, right? I mean, what was that, 2018? And then prior to that, like what, in the early 2000s, whether it's Space Jam, I'm not sure the correct date, but I can look that up. Let me see, hold on. Yeah, then I didn't realize, I forgot Bill Murray had the Retro 2s on. You know what I'm saying? Everybody, this year, the Retro 2, he had the Retro 2s on. The Structure Max was in the movie. You know what I'm saying? One of the players on the team had the Nike Air Structure Max on. What else was another shoe? The Reebok Swing Man. I want to say Muggsy Bogues and them had these on in the movie. I mean, there's a lot of, then if y'all allow me to play a little of this, my man, Grandmama, Joe, like, yeah, let me see if I can zoom this up a little bit. Let's see. All right, hold on, because I don't want to. There we go.
Basically, Larry, 101, me and you. I may look sweet on the outside, but remember, it's what's inside that counts.
It's the React juice. That's my man. Crack was talking about that React juice, man. That's what it was. And then I think me and Crack love these, the CD34s, man. The CD34s, man, with the Sir Charles on the bottom, man. That's just, it was clutch, man. If you had these, you knew, I think, then we found these for the low. I mean, I think I paid $20 for a pair of them. Like, you can find them at Marshalls and all that.
No, you got them from AJ Wright. Remember AJ Wright?
AJ Wright. You are absolutely, you right. You right. No pun intended. You right. I did get them from AJ Wright. And I think that was the last, the Nike Airway Up and the Space Jam is the last one, which I own.
You know what? You left out one shoe. I'm not cutting you off.
The nine.
No, you left out one shoe that, you doesn't care for, but you like. The Jesus Shadow Work.
Oh,
he got
game. Yeah. I care for them. That's why I was gonna leave the flow to y'all. If y'all had a movie or something, I don't have the He Got Games, but these are the 3 movies.
No, I'm talking about the Shadow Work. The
Shadow Work.
The
flight posits. Yeah.
It was a pack. It had the phone posits and the flight posits. I got the pack in the corner.
See, yeah, I didn't bring them
There's
up.
A Pac-Man. Actually, I sent you the pack. I sent you the big Pac-Man, sent the little Pac-Man.
He said, you and your pack that. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, those are my favorite movies that I thought of right away. It was a plenty more. Like you said, I forgot about that. Even Glory Road. I mean, it's so many movies that had iconic and TV shows. We were just talking about different world. I mean, the Wayne used to have
Prince of Bel-Air.
Fresh Prince, yeah. Oh man, his shoe game.
Like I say, sneakers is timeless, man. It's connect us to our background, our
childhood, everything.
Future. It connects us all the way around. Once again, it's a connection. It's a tree. It's a root. So you know, that just what it is. That's why
it's life. Yeah, it's life. Like that's why I say, man, if you love sneakers, you have us. Everybody got a sneaker story, man. Some of them are extreme. Some of them extreme, but everybody got a sneaker story, man. And you connected.
Yeah, everybody got a sneaker they love. Everybody got a sneaker story.
Or a sneaker they don't like. You know, all that. It's all inclusive, man. It's all inclusive. So yeah.
Boy, I remember back, you know, it's always.
But look, I recommend Nike, if you ever hear the video, man, bring out them solo flights, man. I think Converse should bring out them Reacts, man. You know what I'm saying?
I think they should bring out them weapons.
Bring out the Converse. Bring out the Converse, man. Bring out them weapons, man.
And we still talking to Nike. Converse, Nike. Bring them all out.
Bring them all out. Bring them out. Bring them out. Yeah, you got to do that. So this has been a great show, man. I want y'all to leave your contact information, man. We got a shorter show today because, you know what I'm saying, we're trying to get it going. But however, Crack, leave your information so they can get you, because we definitely want you to tag us in that, so when you show us that shoe, you know what I'm saying, everybody can see it.
Oh, on Crack, on Twitter, Crack 3800, on IG, Love of Kicks on Instagram, and that's pretty much how it is.
Mazaril, where can they find you at, man? Because you seem that you be coming with these themes, man. These people probably want to, you know what I'm saying, get at you, man. And once again, shout out to Mazaril again for tagging people and getting people interested in the show. Our views have went up. We want to shout out those new subscribers and people who've been watching as well. We do appreciate y'all. We do appreciate y'all. The Soul Brothers are showing you that peace and love. You know what I'm saying? But I'm going to get out your way. Go ahead, Mazaril. Go ahead.
Mine are real, are yours. MINER, real, REAL, RURS 317 on Twitter. That's your best spot to hit me up. So if you want to get in contact, that's where you can find me.
And once again, I'm Seven Figs. That's SEVENFIGZ on Twitter and Instagram. You can hit me up. And the YouTube page is Sidney Berry Sr. We will put that in the link in the description. And on Twitter, we love your comments and your feedback. You know, another thing that I wanted to let the fellas know, I have been posting on the Facebook page, you know what I'm saying, Unofficial Kicks and New Kicks on Retro Kicks on Facebook. And I've been getting comments and feedback on that too. So I also ask people to, you know, go over there. The link of that will be in the description so y'all can, you know, get in tune with us. I ask everybody to post. Y'all might want to post something or have a topic or a comment. We may bring up your comment. We might even bring up your name. It's not guaranteed, but it's also, it could be a place where we can communicate outside of the show. So this has been the Soul Brothers episode 5. You got one more thing? Go ahead.
One more thing. Hit the like button. Hit the notification bell. And it makes this page go a long way, man.
Absolutely. One more thing though, because I did get in Crack way, man. Why, like, did you say you got one pickup you wanted to share with us? I was gonna get out your way. You could close out with that, man. Let us know what you picked up, because you kind of brought it up, but then you put it back down. What did you pick up, man? This week, that Adidas love, man. You gonna give Adidas that love, man.
Oh yeah, I picked up the Yeezy 700 Static this week, and I picked up.
Show it to us again. Show it to us again. Can you give us that beautiful bird's eye view? You know what I'm saying? Give us
the bird's eye view.
That bird's eye view. The side view, can you give us that side view? You know what I'm saying? For those who like 700s, like Craig said, man, he wear everything. Man. He don't care.
I wear
everything.
Like I say, man, I wear everything. I don't discriminate. I wear it all, man. Like, you know, I mean, it's just what it is, man. Hey, y'all help us get our subscribers up and our likes up, and it make us go, you know, a little bit. It goes a long way. It goes a long way. And if you have seen the Batman, leave us your favorite scene in the movie or a comment or what you like. Go see the Batman. I'm not like Warner Brothers ain't giving us no money or nothing, but I just say if you're a fan of superhero movies, I think this is one that you would enjoy. You know, go see the Batman. You know what I'm saying? And let us know in the comments what was your favorite part of it, if you liked it or didn't like it. That has been Soul Brothers. One more thing. I'm sorry. Oh,
you good? Go ahead.
And y'all can leave in the comments what y'all would like us to discuss amongst each other and bring it to y'all.
That works too. We like I said, that group participation, man. We are the Soul Brothers. It's been episode 5. Peace out. Until next week, peace and love. You know, the Soul Brothers appreciate everybody who tuned in. We out.
Thank you.